Good morning and welcome to Blood Lactate Analysis. Today we'll be covering the lab protocol, which includes how to measure blood lactate, how to administer the bike test, and of course, entering and interpreting the data. To use the Lactate Pro, begin by inserting a test strip into the meter. This will automatically turn it on. Use a blue lancet to puncture the fingertip of your test subject. Use a piece of gauze to wipe away the initial blood drop. Then, gently squeeze the fingertip of your test subject in order to draw blood into the test strip. Once a sufficient amount of blood has entered the strip, the device will beep, and from there, it will count down to your lactate reading. During this time, use more gauze to clean off the excess blood from your subject's fingertip. Read and record the initial blood lactate level, then proceed onto the bicycle test. Begin with the test subject riding a 5-minute warm-up at 50 watts. 1 kp is equal to 50 watts on the test bike. Once the warm-up is complete, begin stage 1, 3 minutes at 100 watts. 100 watts is equal to 2 kp of resistance on the exercise bike. During the last 30 seconds of stage 1, stop and test for blood lactate levels. Record the lactate level. Complete stages 2 through 5, each is 3 minutes and includes a 25-watt increase on each stage. Be sure to measure blood lactate during the last 30 seconds of each stage. Let's begin! Once you have completed all 5 stages, record the data on the Excel spreadsheet that accompanies this lab. From here, we can evaluate our test results. Once you have entered the information gathered from the testing into the table, including time, lactate concentration, heart rate, rate of perceived exertion, and the power output during the stages, we can analyze the performance effort of our test subject. One of the best applications of this test is looking at lactate versus power. Although the lactate threshold is defined as the point when lactic acid starts to accumulate, this test approximates this by using the point at which lactate reaches a concentration of 4 millimoles. For our test subject, that point was around 150 watts before reaching that 4 millimoles of lactate concentration threshold. This lactate threshold is a very important piece of information to be utilized especially by endurance athletes. An important piece of information is what's called functional threshold power, or the amount of power that can be put out just under the lactate threshold. Training that includes interval-type workouts at lactate threshold and just above lactate threshold can result in a shift of the lactate threshold curve to the right. As a result of training, this athlete has increased their functional threshold power from 300 to 350 watts at 4 millimoles of lactate. This 15% increase in functional threshold power means that this athlete can perform at a higher work rate under lactate threshold for a longer period of time.